traveling, man, is so good just for that reason, just to get out of your box, to see there's different options, right? But what you do is you look back at where you came from and you're like, oh my God, it's a box. You know, like I'm in Australia, right? And we're supposed to be, you know, the land of the free and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, you look back when I was in America, I'm like, yeah, okay. We're nowhere near as free as I kind of thought I was, right? So just you know, change is, they say change is as good as a holiday, man. Get out, get a different perspective, and then you can look back at where you were and go, now I see it. I was being stuck.
Yeah, and then you'll start to giggle to yourself, and then your mouth will lift up, and then you'll start laughing. Laughter is a technology, and it puts you in a flow state. Surprises do exactly the same, you know. Yeah. This is happiness is a key, guys. That's why they're just bombarding everyone with negativity. So as you can see, I've got Cambell with me. It's the first time I've hooked up with Cambell since we got back from America land. Okay, where we traveled, we went to San Diego and we traveled back to across Arizona, California, and New Mexico and Texas, back to Houston.
4 days in a van. We did 4 days in a van.
We had a fantastic time. Yeah, with Tony and Cheryl and Cambell, we had the best time. Yeah, it was the best time. And I just want to say, I want to send love out there to Dawn, who's been a little bit unwell. We love Dawn. She's an awesome friend. So, yeah, we're sending love to Dawn. So, yeah, we're going to be the love and the positivity here, Cambell, and show them all how it's done with some real truth and real useful information. So,
and, you know, a massive thanks to Dawn and Jason, because they looked after us so well when we were in America land, like gave us their house to sleep in, they fed us, they looked after us, drove us around, like really, really good people.
I know. They are fucking awesome. I know. Can't say it. I just can't believe how nice they are to us when we turn up. Just about.
Yeah.
So you were. Do you know what, Cambell? Me and Cheryl were saying, you know, you in the whole time we spent with you were just a total blessing, brother. You know, I never heard you grime or moan fucking once. Not once did you moan about anything. And believe you me, I think you got good reason. You could moan, but no, would you fuck? Yeah, eternally optimistic, eternally fucking ether popping with your magical powers. Yeah, magical powers. Yeah.
I mean,
fantastic time ever.
Yeah, man. Complaining's just focusing the universe on what you don't want.
And that's what you're going to get, because this place mirrors.
That's what you're going to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone around that you complain to, they don't care, guys. They'd rather you did it. They don't want your shit.
So I have got some stuff I want to share with you a little bit later on, guys. It's just basically a little bit of video of me and Cambell in San Diego that hasn't been published, which is awesome. Me and Cambell found ourselves in Coronado Beach, in one of the best places you could possibly imagine, like that behind me here. And me and Cambell are living it. It was awesome to see. You know, I didn't know places like that exist and how the other half live. It's quite disgusting in many ways, but you know, it's nice to experience this.
Oh, it was, man. Like how the other half lived, right? It was like almost a movie set. It was like no rubbish anywhere. Everything was clean, manicured. It was crazy.
I never thinking in the back of my mind, you know, about like, you know, the fact that, you know, the state of the world and these people have got absolutely everything, you know. But going on what I've been thinking about and what I'm going to talk about now, Cambell. So you brought out the phrase, which is now worldwide, ether popping. That was you. Okay. Cheryl went up to you and said, "What are you doing, Cambell?" You said, "Oh, just ether popping. It's stuck. And we've been using that since." Okay. That's Cambell's. But it's everyone is saying it because it explains it so well. These magical flow states that we find ourselves in. Okay. But you've got to set yourself challenges. Okay. You can't just sit there on your laurels. Fuck all will happen, guys. Okay. So I'm just going to hit Cambell up with this. But thankfully, in our brief chat before the show, Cambell was already up on this philosophy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take aspects of an old philosophy that I used to look into years ago. And it is the philosophy of Objectivism, which was put forward by the most intelligent woman in the world, so they say at the time, Ayn Rand. So Ayn Rand, although I believe her to be probably a Jesuit, a plant, etc., her information and her data was the correct data. I believe it to be the correct data. And it is this: the philosophy states that we are not our brother's keeper. Our brother has to face challenges to grow and evolve for them. It is, if you interfere with this process, you take away the opportunities they had of becoming a better human. Altruism makes other people weak. Now, with this philosophy, it's based on you must do what makes you happy, not give all of your power away to the collective religion, the collective military, the collective education system. It doesn't even matter, the collective them, because they are the matrix. They will fight hanger and tong to protect their comfort zone away from the real world. Now, all you have to do is use reason and your basic morals. So above all, be kind. Now, this theology sounds a little bit selfish, to be standing alone. And I find it quite scary. And I find it really tricky. And I find it multi-layered and highly complex to get right down to the nitty-gritty of this idea. But it seems that there are two types of people. There are the producers, which are the creative geniuses. They are the minds, the architects of this realm. There are only, everything that you see here has come out with a product of the human mind, but there are only a few here that do that. The rest are consumers. The consumers, they desire. They are stinking fucking jealous of creativity, the creative spark. Okay. Now, what they want you to do is they want you to compromise your creative instincts and give yourself to the collective for them so they can use your creative instincts. Above all, you must stay true to yourself. Never sell out that cheap. Never sell out at all. Stay true to yourself forever and ever. Never compromise yourself. And that is the theology. Now, I watched a film. Now, you were aware of Atlas Shrugged, yes, Cambell?
Yes.
Yes. So what did you think of that philosophy?
Yeah, man. It's an interesting book, isn't it? It's basically like the greatest minds, I guess, the greatest, producers, as you put it, creative minds start disappearing, right?
Yeah.
And they sort of all end up basically in a place on an island or whatever where they can pull their creative genius. And because they're doing that and not being, like pulled into the matrix, because they're allowed to be their own creativity, they basically come up with all the solutions that we need, right?
Yes. Yeah. And the narcissists, and they bleed off us, they're just like our divine spark, they see it, they want it, and they want our creative instinct. But I'm not going to be giving that away, and I am going to be, it sounds selfish, but like, the things like, people want to do. I talked to my friend yesterday, he had like the death in the family and that, and he was like, I'm not really into it, it's just pissing me off. And I'm like, well, do you really, is it selfish of me to say that you should just like, this is like that avatar, this body could have been a bouncing baby by now and reborn. Why should you just presume that this is all the same case? And people want you to join in with it. Now, what the fuck will that achieve? Is that going to help them? No, that's not going to help them to repair themselves and heal after a grief. Okay, I did that shit alone. Yeah, well, actually with the help of the community. But in relationships too, so say we've both done this. I gave my life up for self-sacrifice. I sacrificed my life, guys. At least 20 years for keeping care of sick people. First my wife, who then died, and then my mother, who then died. But I did the best, and I'm proud of what I did. But at the end of the day, I gave the best years, 20 years of my life away. Okay. Now, did I really have to fucking do that? No, it did breed resentment. I was resentful. I was having my life robbed. And it's the same if you're in a partnership with a wife. for the sake of the children, or just because you're frightened of change, or you're just fucking used to it and you're scared to step outside of the box. Man, that's just going to be resentment both sides. When all you're thinking about is shagging other women, she's probably thinking about shagging other men, and you're not happy with one another. Now, how the fuck does that work? You know, this opposition, you know, that's created by the it's almost as if the universe knows what I'm thinking, you know, what I'm up to. You know, I really do think this is important information. I think that the information housed within this could heal the world. You know, there would be no more wars, because if everyone's doing what the fuck they want, you wouldn't even go to war. There wouldn't be a need for wars. There wouldn't be a need for any of that shit anymore. If people did what they wanted to do to make them happy. Is it selfish? No. Is it fuck? Why is it selfish when, you know, all is mind, and, you know, you got to live your life in this realm and try and navigate it the best you can? Why is it selfish? I don't think so. I don't think so. So your thoughts, Campbell, my brother?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're here. See, you can't. First of all, you can't change anyone else. So if you're out there trying to, you know, change people, you can't, because, and we know this because when someone comes up to you and says, "Change, believe what I say," what do you tell them? F off, man. You're crazy. Like, so it clearly doesn't work. And like you said, like letting. See, the thing is, we're all creative geniuses, right? But as soon as we let other people start sapping our energy and telling us where we should focus it, yes, we've lost it all, man. We've lost ourselves. Like, we're all here to do different things. We're not all here to do the same, right? We're supposed to be like, you know, a symphony of color. We're not supposed to be black and white. But everyone wants black and white. They all want us to join their little group, join the collective, and all that really means is think exactly what we think, believe what we believe. And like you said, what's that going to achieve? Because in the end, all they're really doing is promoting the system. And it's because, like you said, they're scared, right? They're in a job and they're scared that if they leave and follow their dreams, they'll lose their house, or what will people think? Or, you know, that people are stuck in positions, like you said, because they're not being themselves, and they're giving their power away and letting other people make decisions for them.
Exactly that. It's not the way forward. No. We've all done it, you know. It's just, you know, it's easy to think that, you know, you can just not actually struggle for yourself or anything in this place. You know, I listened to one of my favorite old songs as a bit of an inspirational song just before I went live, and it is "That's Life" by Frank Sinatra. And it sums it all up, you know. That's life. That's what people say. And it just tells you to, you know, when you get hit back down, you know, and it all goes to shit, get back up again, you know, because it's that, you know, if you fall into that negativity, if you didn't, you know, make it work that time, you know, these negative vibes are going to fuck you. It's going to fuck your ether popping technology skills right the way up. Another thing that Iran brought up, which I thought was important, is giving your love away. So everyone is loving on everyone else, but are these people that they're loving on actually worthy of receiving love? You know, so that's tricky in itself as well, because some people are really worthy of love and being loved, but other people you show love to, they ain't really worthy. They ain't even loving themselves, you know. So they got to do the work on themselves, fix themselves, get it right. And then maybe when they've made the fucking efforts, you know, to be, you know, grow a fucking pair, then they'd be worthy of love. So I think there's a lot to that as well. Yeah,
I agree, man. I mean, again, like, why give all your energy away to people who are just, they're not going to do anything with it. They're not going to, you know, return anything. They're just going to suck it, right? Like the vampire energy suckers. And that's really what most people want, just attention, right? This all goes back to childhood stuff, but that's, as long as they got your attention, man, they're happy, but they aren't going to do anything with it. So why not focus your energy on where it's going to work? You know, even if there's only one person that gets what you're talking about, well, that's good enough, right? You don't need 1,000 people or whatever it is. And the best way to teach is to do, right? Like, instead of telling, just do. If you get an idea, go and do it. Put it into practice, and then you go, look what I did, not I'm going to do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
People should be valued on the work and the fruits they beared in this place, you know. If they haven't contributed shit all and just been a part of the collective, fucking repeater, an echo chamber merchant, then they're not really worthy of it. They're not really in it, you know. So I'm starting to feel a lot like that. I think this is definitely the correct information. And I've been putting it into practice. And it is a type of magic, you know, attached to it. And it is connected to the ether popping technology, because it's like the universe knows. And it's like it's helping you, and you know, things just synchronicities. You know how this works, Cambell. You did it with packing your suitcase. But being the captain of your own ship and trusting yourself and being true to yourself when all others are in this fucking collective cult. You know, it was okay for me, Cambell, because I've never fitted in with them anyway, even in childhood. You know, I hated being in school. Yeah. Classrooms were agony to me.
And I was just going to say as well, it's like, just because you don't love someone doesn't mean you have to hate them, right? You can just, you know, sort of like everyone, right? You know, without judging them. So when Martin's saying, you know, you don't have to give everyone your love, it doesn't mean you walk around hating people. It just means they're living their life, you're indifferent. But then when you find someone that's worthy, that's where you put your energy. Because if you're giving it to all these extra people, you're literally putting out cords of energy that are still attached to these people. And they're sitting there when you don't know it, when you're sleeping at night or whatever you're doing, they're sucking your energy, man. And you can imagine if you give that away to 100 people, and you got 100 people there, like, you know. So be very careful, because we've only got so much energy, right, that we can use in a day and give out and control. So focus it, man.
Yeah, don't give it all away. But you bang on there. That you know, any attachment to negative energy, there's just an invisible cord with it, and it's just like, you know, it just gets, the truth gets just further and further away. It's like snakes and ladders. Once you know, if you are tricked into thinking on negative paths, you know, because I notice I'm actually frozen. No, I notice BooTube is riddled with negativity and stuff, but that's by design, isn't it, to get people negative? But
well,
I can see where
that's based on. Like, there's all this negative, there's all this like, he's a shill, they're a shill, or he's a government agent, oh my god, they're this, they're that. I've heard that on so many channels, I've seen so many shows, but I've never seen any evidence, no evidence whatsoever of someone being paid or employed by someone or anything like that. It's just all talk and all this fantasy stuff. And what it is it's an excuse, is what it is, for people to say, well, my YouTube channel is not doing as well because I'm being shadow banned and they're being put up because they're a shill. Crap, man. Get over yourself, man. Seriously.
Yeah, man, you just nailed it, brother. And even the attachment to thinking like that, is part of the collective thought. It is because you're thinking like, you know, victimize myself. It's not. It's exactly how it fucking should be. And I'm really, really happy and I'm fucking proud that it is like this. I am. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all of us, the way, you know, this is carried out, because, you know, we're actually achieving something on YouTube, using it as a proper tool, you know, not just to fuck around with, but actually get to what this place is, so we can give useful, helpful information for navigating around. Who doesn't want to have everything, could live in a fucking magical experience? Yeah, everybody wants to, guys. Everybody wants to. What's stopping you? Fucking collective is stopping you. Yeah.
And it's literally, you know, I've said it before, you know, we've already got all the answers, but the problem is people give them away to the collective. Like, we've heard so many times of all these inventions, and people sell the patents, and what happens to them? They disappear, never to be seen again. You know, people have good ideas, they collaborate with other people who take them in different directions, and really the biggest thing about all of that is the fact that it's all done for money. It's which yes, we need money to live, but there's a point where you're getting money because, not because you want to live or need to live, but because you want power or you want to be better than someone. All this crap. If you're doing something for that, like, what kind of a world do you think you're creating? Like, seriously, Like,
But
do you hate your kids or something? It's like, I had a good time. My kids are going to live in crap.
Look, I seen someone saying in comments the other night how much they wanted loads and loads of money, and everybody sets themselves a sum and says, "Oh, I want this," and they literally say the word money. Yeah, I don't think, you know, the simulation actually recognizes that. It recognizes energy. So
Yeah, man.
and even if they had it, they wouldn't know what to do with it. If they had a lot, yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know,
figure out what you want. You don't need the money to pay for stuff. What do you actually want? It's like me, right? I'm at the moment in a dome, which I didn't pay for. It just turned up when I needed a house. I've got about 5 acres of land here that's pretty much mine to use as I want. Didn't pay a cent for it. All right. I wanted to move out, be in the country, on some land, off-gridish kind of situation. And I didn't buy the land. I didn't buy the house. You know, cost me, you know, obviously some time and some effort and a little bit of money. But, you know, if I was sitting at home still going, I need $1 million to buy the land, I'd still be sitting at home going, I need $1 million. But when you understand that the universe doesn't deal in dollars and cents, man, it deals in energy. So, like I said, you don't know where it's going to come from. You just don't know. Like this land, right? Everyone knows I'm on Kelly's farm. Like that just popped up, right? It doesn't have to come in the form of money and you buying something. And that's the biggest thing that people get stumbled on. That's what holds them in their box. You know, I can't go and chase my dreams because I've got a mortgage. What will people think? I've got this, I've got that. Without thinking that you're basically choosing to stay not having anything you want for how long? What, 10, 20 years until your house is paid off or your kids grow up?
Exactly.
Life is about fun, man. You're supposed to enjoy it. You know, so if you're not enjoying it, make a decision and just trust, man. Have the guts to step out and make a choice, step in a different direction and see what happens, man. Because I can tell you it does happen, and it's always better than you've imagined, but you've got to give it the chance.
Yeah, thanks for that, Cambell.
Sorry. Rant.
No, man, that's just exactly what I want to hear, brother. That's fucking awesome, man. Exactly what I want to hear. You just took my brain away. I feel that we are on the cutting edge of a useful philosophy. I think that, you know, this is like a second renaissance, a second enlightenment on the horizon. And there are enough people in here, you know, that get it, you know, how to do this technology away from the collective. So I'm going to carry on with this mode of thinking, you know, all of this debating and stuff I've been doing for years and all of these ideas I've been having, I'm actually not that interested in anymore. Because, you know, how is it benefiting, you know? Okay, we've established we're in some sort of reset cycle. Okay, so where does that leave us? Okay, it leaves us in exactly the same place as always, you know. Did it add any fear? No. What it should have done is added some zest to life, to realize that this place we're in is not fixed in stone, and events surely do happen, you know, like watery things happen. I am absolutely convinced, right, that it's down to us because we are the manifestors. I think that if they push a certain narrative and we think about it, we make it happen. So it won't happen. None of that will happen. Like wars don't happen. Like the theaters of wars, you know, like you said with plagiarization, Cambell, you know, they take authors, musicians, they take architects, they take their works. And these people, because they're usually creative geniuses, are usually empathic people by nature, aren't they? But one thing that is established is that true creative geniuses will never compromise ever their work. They won't. No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So they can want all they fucking want, but it ain't happening.
Yeah, man. Don't let people steal your dreams.
Sorry, tell people a story. So, we're in America, right, guys, and me and Cheryl went up to Cambell, and he's got like a bunch of screwed up dollars in his hands, and he says to me and Cheryl, he said, "I don't know if I'm rich or I'm poor." You just didn't, you like a Buddhist with your devaluation. It's just you didn't give a fuck. It's just an energy, I don't know if this is loads of priceless, absolutely priceless, but right and correct. We didn't want for anything the whole time there, everything we set our intent to happened.
Yeah, man, it was crazy.
Yeah, man. Wing and a prayer. And then that's the best thing about
nothing, and I came home with money in my pocket. I'm like, how does that work? Didn't pay for hardly anything. He came back with, and I'm like, wow, okay, cool.
So this there's somebody in never seen before in chat saying manifesting is a psyop.
Is this slow electric?
No. Beachmaster. Well, I would completely disagree with that. How can prove to me that all is not mind? Obviously, all is mind, isn't it? How can it fucking not be when you're only perceiving this consciousness through the electrical responses in your brain, and you're seeing through your eyes, projected or whatever, into your mind? How can it not be mind? All is fucking mind. Obviously. Yeah.
I mean, if manifesting doesn't exist, why do we have TV and education?
Thank you. There's a brilliant.
That.
Yeah. I noticed with Joel Perceiver, he got it bang on, man. That guy's onto the juice too. And he said it's all about perspective. And it is, it's all about your perspective and your attitude towards your worldview. And it literally shows on you. It is like a magic. I can't even explain it.
This is the crazy thing, right? Because if you don't believe manifesting is possible, clearly you ain't going to manifest anything you want.
No, you ain't going to manifest.
You are manifesting, you are, but all you're doing is manifesting the stuff you don't want. And that's compounding, so you can then go, see, ha, 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 look at me, poor little me. I can't do anything. I'm stuck here. It's all the bad people's fault, right? But you've all heard the packing the bag story, man. I know manifesting works because I've seen both sides. I've seen people manifest good stuff and bad stuff. But the thing is, why would there be so much focus on making us believe a certain narrative, right? And this is education, everything, right? Music, media, everything. Why is that? Because we manifest what they want. If they want a war, they put it out there and everyone goes, oh my God, it's a war. And guess what happens? We, not they, we as the manifestors, we manifest it. And I've never, ever, ever met anyone who's manifested something who says manifesting doesn't work. But I've heard lots of people who have never manifested what they want say it's all bullshit. I mean, come on, guys. Don't give away your power. You can believe that and you can sit in that space if you want to, but I wouldn't advise it because you're not going to have a very good trip. It's not going to be fun.
Like you mentioned earlier with negativity, and I noticed that because this place is definitely a mirror. It's like I watched, some things that happened this week, with a lot of negativity in the community, and I was just feeling like, ooh, that's going to hurt, because if you just gossip is the devil's playground, and it's just a place for just low minds, to talk about other people behind the back, stuff like this.
Finger pointing. They're bad. And why is the person always bad? Because they don't believe what I believe. That's it. There's no other reason. That's it. So, I mean, really? That to me is that's like kindergarten level thinking, man.
It is, but it's also projection, because I notice people give themselves away in comments. When they're making a negative comment about something, they'll chuck in what they're thinking about. And it's often quite repulsive, but it gives you an idea of the mindset behind that comment. This is what this. So, it's just they're just keyboard warriors. This guy here, I do believe this is hell. It is hell for you, Beachmaster, and it always will be with that mentality. Yeah, because you just created. Look, I went to see Macy Gray the other day, And above all, that woman was beautiful, but she had a message. She realizes this place got a lot of elements of shit, okay? But she said there's beauty in the world. And there is, guys. If you're just concentrating on the negative shit, that's exactly what you get. If you seek and you search the beauty that is in this place, that is what's going to show to you, guys. It's all about perspective. And me and Cambell, we put this to the practice. And guys, we had the best time you never imagine. Yeah, in America. Best.
Yeah, man, and that's just the start. We're just getting started.
Oh, shit,
but
yeah, well.
It's so true, man. If you believe it's hell, that's what you're going to see. So we've got this thing in our brain called a reticular activating system. And it's the thing. So if you decide you want a new car and you go driving, suddenly that car's everywhere, right? That's all you can see is that car. It's not because those cars just suddenly appeared. They've always been there, but your brain is now focused because you want that car, so it sees it everywhere, right? Exactly the same if you think the world's hell. All you're going to see is the bad. And every time you do that, it's going to tell you, see, I'm right, it's hell, right? But if you believe it's heaven, same thing. You're going to be pointed out all the good stuff and you're going to keep proving. Because all the brain wants to do is to prove you right. This is the conscious mind, right? The great trickster, the great pretender. It wants to prove you right. So if you feel like the world sucks, it'll go, okay, and it will show you all the sucky bits of the world. And that's where you'll live. But I mean, if this is hell, answer me this question. Why do we have happy people? You know? Seriously.
I think, the whole, if there's the devil, then does that mean that there's God? This whole religion narrative is just a clear control mechanism so that we give our power away to some sort of bullshit entity or mediator when it's us. It's fucking us. We are so powerful. And we do it. It's the doubt that is the killer. When we know that it's us that's doing it, this flow state, guys, you've got to set challenges, admittedly, and do stuff for your life. But guys, it's real.
Yeah. Be the architect of your life, man, because if you're not, someone else is surely going to do it for you. And they're going to put you where they want you to be, not where you want to be.
Well, what do we all want? We want to be happy. We want to be loved, Like, I'm happy. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of Cheryl. I'm proud of you. And I'm proud of what we did, because I feel we did the right fucking thing in everything. We were just totally cool, fucking groovy people, man, on the right buzz and the right energy, full of love. So, I changed my life that trip in America, Cambell, and, everything that's happened since, I am just not the same person. You got a different viewpoint. It's just never going to be the same again, and the generosity of that people and how lovely they were. Oh my God, just fucking love America so much. So Cheryl,
traveling, man, is so good. Just for that reason, just to get out of your box, to see there's different options, right? But what you do is you look back at where you came from and you're like, oh my God, it's a box. Like I'm in Australia, right? And we're supposed to be, the land of the free and all this kind of stuff. And, you look back when I was in America, I'm like, yeah, okay. We're nowhere near as free as I kind of thought I was, right? So just change it. They say change is as good as a holiday, man. Get out, get a different perspective, and then you can look back at where you were and go, now I see it. I was being stuck.
Yeah, and then you'll start to giggle to yourself, and then your mouth will lift up, and then you'll start laughing. Laughter is a technology, and it puts you in a flow state. Surprises do exactly the same, This is happiness is a key, guys. That's why they're just bombarding everyone with negativity.
Perspective, man. Like sometimes the worst things, like 5 years later, you look back and you're like, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. And like I said, you can laugh about it, especially like the arguments and the stupid fights and all of these, stressful situations that we put ourselves in. You look back with a bit of perspective and it's just, oh my God, I'm an idiot. And you laugh about it, right? Like Frank Sinatra, and again, like I did it my way, and he got that line, I look back and I find it all so amusing. And it is with the perspective, but if you're in it, and you're not consciously living your life, if you're in the collective just being like, you know, another bloody bubble in a washing machine, then yeah, like it's not going to be amusing, man. It's going to be stressful and hard. Like you need to rise above it and get a perspective view, man, a bigger picture view. There's more going on here.
It is hard. It is hard and it is tricky. It is. And I understand that people think to themselves, well, everybody does it. Everybody does the same. Everyone looks the fucking same too. Have you noticed? You know, I knew in school that they were doing a mind control number on me. They were trying to break me using corporal punishments, canes, pain on a daily basis. Like, you don't fucking beat children into submission. Like they fucking did with me. Try to. Bro, I had the cane fucking 6 every single fucking day just for showing up.
On the hands, yeah, man. I got it on the hands.
Yeah, they swell up like fucking balloons. I couldn't do any writing. If I tried, I couldn't even hold a pen. Every single fucking day. If they could catch hold of me, because I usually not go to school and then they search for me and stuff. Send a boardie looking for me and shit. Yeah, absolute fucking torture. Because I couldn't fit in with the collective. I could see what they were doing, the teachers and the kids. They were all in it together. There was only 1 or 2 that could actually think for themselves, but they were confused as well. But I was the same then, but I couldn't put it into a context of what I was up to. But, you know, I was all too ready to just give it all away, you know, and, you know, the sacrifice thing, you know, it's like, say, for example, you had a drug addict relative. So do you keep giving them money, or do you leave them money in your will so they can go out and carry on their addiction? Or do you fucking cut that off so that they can go and fucking fight for themselves and get themselves well? Well, obviously, you don't help them. So, you know, people, yeah, there's loads of scenarios where you think you're helping and you be, you know, but it's not. You've got to be cruel to be kind. You've got to be fucking, this is this person's journey. If they can't get it right, that's on them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
So, yeah. So it's not being selfish. It's thinking of yourself, you know. You can think of your loved ones, the person's close to you and stuff. There's fuck all wrong with that. But I mean, giving your love, you know, to unworthy fucks in the system, it is mindless to me. You know, I think it should be based on reason. You know, we should be reasonable and think about, you know, everyone knows, and they've got the emphasis, this place is broken. Is it? Go to fucking Coronado Beach in fucking San Diego and see how broken the world is, because it fucking ain't there. There is.
At all. And Kelly's just come back from India and China, and she said that, you know, for what was it, 2 months, 6 weeks or whatever, no one's talking about, you know, the end of the world or Klaus Schwab or resets or anything. She said she didn't come across one, you know, conspiracy sort of theory thing. So this, you know, a lot of the time we believe that our beliefs are, you know, realm wide, or that everyone's the same as us. It's not. You're in your own little world that you're creating, and you can't live anyone else's life. And why would you want to? And this is the thing. You know, everyone's been running around trying to wake people up. I'm waking people up.
I know.
Well, how? I mean, that's very, very bloody self-aggrandizing, right? I mean, what gives you the right to go and yell at people because they don't believe what you believe? Yeah. And what gives you the right to take away their experience of learning? You know, like, no one grows if they're wrapped in cotton ball and you know, spoon-fed for their whole life. What's that person going to do and achieve? Nothing, right? You learn from struggle. That's how we grow. We grow more because we see what we don't like, and so we can grow away from it, you know. So this is the thing, we can also grow towards what we do like, but most of the time we get shown what we don't want, you know. And if we don't, and the longer we take to realize that and to make a movement in the other direction, the worse things get, man. The worse things get, you know. And you'll see people, I hate my job, I hate my boss. So what do? They get another job. Yeah. And guess what? They hate their new boss. It's even worse. You know, it's like government, you know, it's like, this guy sucks, so let's vote someone new in. No, you got to do something.
Even you think with hate, though, you know, I honestly say, and I know there's terrible things happening in the world, but I don't actually hate anyone, because I'm neutral. I don't feel that, you know, I know there's terrible things, unless they're in my face and in my shit, you know, like then they might have a reaction. But apart from that, you know,
Well,
I don't actually give a shit. You know, it's not
look,
my business. So I'm neutral.
Yeah, like all that stuff is not good. You know, all this war and all this stuff. But I mean, for one, we don't know how real it is, how big it is, the scale. You know, clearly we don't know. But two, it's not your experience unless you're there. It's not for you, right? And I heard a quote the other day, and it was, you know, and I'll get it wrong, but it was something like, you know, people are so stressed out remembering a life that they never lived because it's someone else's experience. It's not for you. That's what the telly wants you to take it on. Right? All this big media machine want you to take it on as your life, and oh my God, it's so bad. But guys, it never happened to you. It's for someone else. So stop martyring yourself and saying, I'm such a wonderful human being because I care about the war. I care about. Do something. If you care that much, shut up and do something that's going to make a change. And then say, look what I did.
You're so right. You're right. It's like, you know, the power of us all together is, it's not like, I'm not going to say a collective, because individually, but, you know, if every one of us individually recognizes our own power and we utilize that for the better, for ourselves, you know, the whole world will reflect it. You know, the whole world is a mirror. You know, if you fixed yourself and you've got no fucking ego issues, then everything else is just going to fucking, because, you know, a lot of that bullshit that happened in the past was me and my ego and male instincts and shit. Which is part of the collective again. So shit. But you know, I don't regret a day of anything that I've ever done anyway, because it's left me where I am now, which I'm really happy about actually at this point in time. Super happy.
There's no mistakes, right? There's only mistakes, and as long as you learn from it and take two and do it again differently, then there's nothing. There's no mistakes. There's no problems. It's just all learning, which again is a perspective, right? Some people will be, oh my God, poor little me, woe is me. Look at all this stuff happening. Someone else can have the same stuff happening, going, wow, okay, I don't want that. I need to improve myself here. I need to do this, and they grow through it. So again, it's all up to you guys. Like, is it a good world or is it a bad world? Because if you believe it's a bad world and you're in hell, then again, that's all that you can experience until you change your belief system. You know, and as far as this, you know, helping other people, like if you let people lean on you, how are they ever going to learn to rely on themselves? If they can rely on you for everything, how are they ever going to learn to rely on themselves and become a functioning, useful human, right?
Exactly.
That's why we have so many useless humans at the moment, because they get everything given to them. They never learn. They never do anything. They never grow.
Yeah. It don't make it easy in Britain, because this is a nanny state where, you know, the average British gentleman is like, don't do nothing. They just slob around. You know, they don't even walk, they shuffle. And then, you know, they just watch shit on the telly all day and talk bollocks for the rest of their life. You know, they might be happy. You know, I'm not in their perspective. That might be, you know, from their perspective. Do they look happy? No, they look fucking ill, all of them. And they moan like fuck. Because none of them are really happy. Even the people with money, they moan. Yeah, because, you know, they got like may have health problems or something, you know. Money is not happiness. It is not happiness. Yeah, and being able to live and just do that, great. You know, yeah, I'm like gonna get back to America early sometime in February next year.
Wow.
Yeah, because my girlfriend Cheryl, as you know, just gone back. She had to go back on business, so I've been like pining. And it's been tough. Having a relationship 5,000 fucking miles away. But we're gonna, yeah, bro, it's just fucking savage on both of us. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to just sort that.
Who knows, man? I may be going back late February, early March too. So if I do, we'll have to catch up.
There's stuff in the planning. There's stuff in the planning. I'm not gonna say too much now. But there's going to be, you know, there's going to be meets. There's going to be big fucking things happening next year for us, you know, and obviously you'd be there. So yeah.
And that's all it is, guys. We're the architects. We make plans, we decide what we want to do, we put it out there, we walk, start moving in that direction, and it'll happen. It will happen. Watch this space, man. Like, so if you think that manifesting doesn't exist, watch this space, because at the moment, I'm sure Martin doesn't. I don't have the money in the bank to buy the tickets and to get things sorted out.
That's why Cheryl had to go on her own. I couldn't go with her. Just never had the money. It's just really tough.
But we will, because we're not after the money. We're after the experience and the trip, and that's what we're manifesting.
The first time I went to America, chasing Cheryl, basically, I went on a wing and a prayer. I never had no fucking money at all. And it's just like just fucking miracle little helpers came out of everywhere. Yeah, I just stayed in Dawn's, Jason's house, just like it was my home. They just made us welcome. Like, you know what she's like, and I never wanted for anything. So like, just proper looked after, and I didn't actually put my hand in my pocket. But like, I don't actually want for much. Like, I'm happy with just like I need my weed and my bit of food, because I get crunchy if I don't fucking eat. And that's it, really. And maybe a Bloody Mary and a pina colada.
Bloody Mary.
Make us happy. If you like pina colada.
Yeah,
let me just remind people of. Let me just share a picture, a thing here, Cambell. Remind the people of.
The video.
Yeah, I haven't actually published this. There is volume with it. It's when me and you, the second day in Coronado Beach, after the SoCal event, Jason's event, and then we've gone back to celebrate and drink margaritas on the beach, right? So we've been on the beach, we're fucking splattered, yeah, and we've gone back to that table, and it's then, right? So this is. Oh, now first of all, the paintings from Max Steel. I don't know if you can see that on your screen. I see yours.
Man. Yeah, I saw that you got yours done. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Nice.
Bro, he captured my soul. That fucking looks like me, bro.
That looks exactly like you, man. Oh, he's an amazing artist, yeah.
So I was very chuffed with that. He's done one of Jason. He's done one of Danny. Danny. He's done one of her too. So
he's done one of me. Did you see mine?
Yeah. Sorry?
Yeah. He's done one of me.
Yeah, I know. He's done one of you. I know.
Yeah. So, he hand-delivered it. So when I was in Perth, we met up. We hung out for the afternoon. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I see him really.
And see, it's a good point as well, right? Is he, Max wants to do something. He's an artist, obviously. He wants to get out and in the movement and, help, sort of be in this energy and around these people. So he just sat down and went, well, what can I do with my skills? And he said, well, I can paint other creators, right? And so he just started doing it. And so that's perfect, right? You just got to have an idea that's yours and take action, man.
Yeah. He's doing it. He's doing it, Cambell. He's using his creative genius. And he is a fucking creative genius. They are amazing artworks. So this video here, guys, is of me and Cambell, Robin and Cheryl and all the guys. So.
Oh my God, I'm looking fat.
No, you ain't.
I'm still trying to lose my bloody American kilos that I put on.
Yeah. How you doing? Yeah, I'm living it up. Yeah, living the high life. Are we having a good time, Cambell? Amazing. We've made it. We've finally arrived. Fuck in hell. Check this out, guys. We're with all our fam here. We love them all. Look at them all. Jason, booking it. Cheryl doing all the philosophy. The total track. Check this horizon. Check out the circle.
I actually got another page. It's always it restarted.
Yeah, I know. I know, brother. So that's what we've been doing. Movies in the heart. Movies in the heart. Yeah. Groove is in the hat. She was 50.
Groove is in the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was,
See,
it just looked fantastic, didn't it? Yeah. And there's a
that place was just, it was crazy. And that's again, right? We both went over there, you know, got ourselves there. We didn't have heaps of cash with us or anything, but we ended up at probably the most expensive place in San Diego for 2 days.
Yeah.
On the beach, had a couple of meals there. Didn't cost us a thing. Just happened,
Look
right?
at you and Jason. Yeah. Jason's first time in the Pacific. Me and Jason, we've been in the Gulf of Mexico and in the Pacific together. He fucking loves it, and he never knows where's his fucking clothes. Always.
I know, right? He just walked straight in.
Walked straight in. I was like, I got shorts on under here. What the fuck? So yeah, it was the best time. I just fucking love them guys. We had the best time. So. And the music and the fun with Max, that fun with the lakes that day. Oh man, it was just the best.
Yeah, man. Big thanks to Meryl.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was crazy. You know, we were staying at a house with this amazing view. You know, again, just all organised for us. All, like we did some really cool stuff, and like it was all just, you know. We didn't have to manifest money and go around and pay people for these experiences. We just manifested the experience, and it just all happened, man, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I can't believe all what we've done, Cambell, or what we've seen. Look how many states you've been to. Oh my God. Oh my shit.
Been to
I know.
14 US
yeah,
states, man.
That's San Diego, what we had out of our back garden there. You see that?
Yep, we can see that. That view was crazy, man.
Wasn't it fantastic? And it's not even downtown. That was behind the hill, wasn't it? You just see the tops.
That was
see that plane coming in? You did that. It's the craziest airport in the world, San Diego. It's like next to Hong Kong. It's like the most fucked up landing. You literally got to go through skyscrapers to get there.
It's crazy, man. If you can do that, if you can fly into San Diego, man, do it, because the last 15 minutes as you're coming into land is just crazy.
Yeah, that was, I can believe when I was watching them coming in over the beach and then just through the buildings, I was like, fuck! How does that go wrong? So anyway, guys, just going to shout that. That's the Knights of the Round Table. The last one Cambell did. Me, Jason Cambell, Max Egan. And then that was in Houston, Texas. And now I'm doing one in my local pub. That's next Saturday on the 9th. So we're going to do a flat today. Then I'm going to present. We're going to have a party. We're going to discuss stuff and we're going to talk. Yeah, it's going to be epic. I'm going to lay on a bit of grub so that you all don't like get too Ramsey list.
And this is the thing, like meeting up with people is, you know, that's the feedback we get, you know, from all the different shows I've done and all the stuff. It's always, the feedback is always people love it because they meet other like-minded people. They can talk without censoring themselves. You know, it's never sort of, oh, Martin and Cambell were amazing. It's always the other people that we met and talked to and creating friendships and all. That's what we hear all the time. So if if you're around, if you're in England, get down there. You know, if you want to, you know, change your life, get people who are going to give you, you know, better, you know, things to think about, right? Get out there with people that are changing. You know, if this is the movement, the direction you want to go in, then take action, do something, you know, and don't be someone who sits at home going, oh, I can't afford it, even though you've got money in the bank and everything, and you're like thinking, oh, but if I spend this, what about this? What about that?
Yeah, don't worry about that. Listen, I can guarantee I am the fucking party. You will be having a good time.
And if you go, the money that if you need any more, it will turn up, because what you're doing is you're telling the universe that you're worthy. You believe you're worthy of having the experiences that make you happy. If you keep saying, I can't afford it, I'm not worth that, I can't go, what are you manifesting? What are you telling the universe to give you, right? So guys, bank on yourself. Put some money into yourself, right? Grow yourself and get out there and meet people and do something, right? Do something with this money stuff.
Meeting
no good
people,
in your wallet. Get out, meet people, man. And then there's so many businesses and things have started from people just meeting each other. and they find they have similar interests, similar whatever, and they get off and they start, you know, making businesses and YouTube channels and all types of stuff. So
yeah, people fall in love and stuff.
Yeah, falling in love, having babies, all types of stuff. But unless you give yourself the chance, none of that can happen. So, you know, that's another thing is people devalue themselves so much, but they think they're worth less than a $50 note, right? I can't put $50 in because, you know, whatever, right? I've got bills that might come up, of this and this, which is all the system. I'd rather support the system than myself. That's
give it away to the collective and not make myself happy. See, there it is again.
Intention, man, it's everything.
So I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to just share a couple of pictures. It's connected to what we talk about. So just a topic aside, but it's connected, is, you know, I got some images here that I'm going to show you. And what it is, in the 1800s or in the days of Tartaria, seems that people had really, really, really long beards. Now, the Resecutionists had their hair long to the floor because they said they were antennas. So I got a load of pictures of all of the animals that actually have antennas. And also cats and dogs and rabbits, they have whiskers. Humans haven't got antennas, but they have. The hair is our antennas, and a beard can be an antenna. So I think this is a technology. Yeah, exactly. You got the hair as well. I think this is a technology. I think the clues are like, you know, Samson and.
Yeah, Samson, man. Yeah, man. Samson's the man. And also that story about the Indians in World War II, was it? And they got all these really good trackers that were Native Americans.
The wind talkers.
Yeah. And basically, when they got them in the army, they cut all their hair off, and then these guys couldn't track anymore. They lost all their skills.
Interestingly, I was going to do, when I was thinking on doing a flat today, this is what I was working on. I did a bit of research, and I got a really interesting conclusion, and it was concerning the theatres of war. So I got a book in the house, which is in the room, which is a road called The Road to Stalingrad. And it gives you all of the amounts of armaments, aeroplanes and tanks that the German army had in the build-up to the Battle of Stalingrad. But when I looked on Wikipedia and asked where are all these tanks and fucking planes that were meant to have existed, they're only saying in the few thousand. But the book I've got is saying in the tens of thousands. Now, going on that, where the fuck is all our stuff? Millions of tanks were produced. Millions of fucking planes were produced in World War II. Do you know there's only two Messerschmitts existing? One of them is in a Los Angeles museum and another one's in fucking a German city. Two Messerschmitts in existence. It's hard to believe that they had all of that shit, apparently for World War II. None of it exists. Did it in the first fucking place. You get images of Dunkirk when they show you the British army left all of their shit behind and evacuated. What's the real fucking story there? Did they give all of their shit away? The entire... Did that even happen? I got really big reservations to whether or not they actually had the tanks and guns and shit necessary to do that. Anyway, back to this. What do you reckon he's doing there, Cambell, on that picture?
He's being the one-eyed god.
Okay.
I don't know. He's being a human megaphone.
I noticed they do a lot of mutilation in a lot of cases in Indigenous peoples, which also seem to be some sort of technology. I'll show you an example in a minute that might throw you. So these women, so what I noticed is they are impersonating nature. So what are they, cocoons? Cocoons?
Yeah, or seed pods or cocoons or something, yeah.
And you know the pleating here, they got pleated skirts, and this is pleated like Constantina's, like pleats. So that got to be a technology for maybe holding warmth or something. Pleats. It's got to be a tech.
Yeah.
So they're two Irish ladies.
Yeah, that makes them look like wings too, doesn't it? The pleating.
Yeah, I thought that. Like cocoons, like wings, like butterflies they could open. Really interesting.
Maybe they will. Maybe they're like superheroes and they'll like open their arms and fly off into the sunset. Have they got beards?
Tartar women as well. I've seen a lot of examples of the Tartarian queen. and these people have got these. Now, what is the mindset of why they are covering their mouths and putting these giant fucking things on their heads covered in silver coins? That's got to be a tech. It's got to be. Maybe that helps with thought as well. Maybe, you know, to access higher levels of information. Maybe that's what's going on. You know, let's have a look at this. Can you imagine the Western white man when they got to indigenous populations, to like Hawaii or something, finds a load of naked birds walking around? It must have been, you know, especially with their weird mindset. So yeah, these things on their heads, that's got to be some sort of technology as well for ether popping tech. These people, they got everything. What do they need? Nothing. Nature supplies everything they need. This guy's in Mexico, and he's got the same as the ladies in Ireland. He's got what looks like a cocoon thing going on, or maybe a manta ray. What do you think? It's weird.
What are we looking at? What is that photo? I don't know what I'm looking at. Is that? It's
a shepherd in Mexico, and he's got a fucking thing on that makes him look.
Oh, is that his face? Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Right now. Yeah. That's his little. I didn't know. It looks like it's like a little. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Vagina.
Very, very leafy, planty, seed kind of like or something, isn't it?
Yeah, seed like. So yeah, he's definitely you know, taking aspects of nature. Well, what is the mindset of this?
Dude, he wants to be a duck, and he's smoking a pipe.
Like, I keep losing my plate every time I queue for food, so I get it in my fucking face, and I got a place for the pipe to go, no less.
Yeah, the pipe, man. Like, what the hell? That's. See, I mean, what? I guess the question is why, right? What are they emulating?
Well, that's what I'm asking. I'm trying to work out what the mindset is. Is this some sort of technology?
You would only do that kind of stuff in a tribal type environment if you thought it was going to improve your life in some way, right? So, or so if you saw technology and you didn't understand it, but it looked like that, then you might make it up just to try and, because you don't understand circuitry and stuff, so you just see it as a shape. So I mean, that could have been there could have been dudes wearing some kind of masks, with those funny things at the front or whatever. So and you see it a lot with the cone heads and then the skull binding and stuff.
Yeah, you good point. That could be exactly what's happening. Yeah, because you see like the Hopi Indians with these crazy headwears, then they got to be something that they've seen to put antennas on their heads anyway. Like these indigenous people, the painting has got to be more to do with something to do with the psyche. It's just, look at that. It's so fucking trippy. There's a lot of thought going into that, that painting on their bodies, which looks serpent. Yeah.
Oh, they've got a little body painted on their body. That's funny.
But not only that, what I find interesting is this guy here and this guy here, and possibly this guy here. They're whites. These are white people. Maybe these guys here. Yeah. So whether or not they're prisoners, it's hard to even say, or they're just giving up their life for that lifestyle. But they're definitely Western. The rest are not. I examined that. Japanese samurai thing.
That's a cool helmet, man.
So what is this frame of reference? Sorry.
Well, we have cargo cults too, right?
Yeah.
They talk about from World War II when, the American forces left and all the tribal people would build like runways and fake, planes out of branches and stuff.
I've seen it on the video.
Try and bring them back. Yeah. So maybe they're just emulating, what they perceived as gods, people from the outer spaces, maybe the extra territory. And they're emulating them to like say, come back with your technology.
Yeah, he looks a bit like I don't know. Looks a bit like the Predator, maybe.
He does. He definitely reminds me of Predator or something.
Look at these two.
And King Charles, right? He's got big ears.
Yeah. It's a bit fish-like. Look at these two spooky. This is really actually unnerving. I feel uncomfortable looking at these masks. I don't know why. They have got the all-seeing eye in there, and a bit.
Got the third eye. It's interesting because there's so many of those kind of you know, evil, demonic-looking masks and costumes, isn't there? Like,
Yeah.
Like, where does that come from, I wonder?
I don't know. It's unnerving. The psyche. Yeah. Or anybody that's got a negative mindset, believe you me, when they go to sleep at night, they're going to see all of that monsters under your bed business. But
yeah, man.
you know that skirt that was just now on that samurai? She or he had 2 eyeballs in the same place. And this is from a Renaissance work of whatever they think that was existing before, which is a bird head.
Bird head thing. And the face in the stomach, which is like those other, you know, headless people we see pictures of.
Oh yeah, the Bellimis. Yeah.
Bellimis,
Yeah. That's true. That is. So that's a bit unusual. What else we got? Yeah. So that's got to be a tech of some sort. Otherwise, why would the fuck?
Again. And they still wear the silver coins, the gypsy sort of women, don't they, across the line of coins?
Yeah, Bulgaria, Romania, they wear them on their head shirt. They have coin belts as well. So,
yeah. So there's definitely something to do. And it's the type of metal, right? So it's definitely based on a tech.
Oh, God, yeah. I'd say it was silver in a lot of cases, silver coins.
Yeah.
But they seem to put it over, you know, their front of their head, I've noticed. Maybe it's some sort of protection.
Interesting. Because silver's got, I looked into silver, so apparently silver's got something like, I don't know the figures, but it's got a lot more uses than gold.
Right.
Like so it's actually more valuable than gold. And if you've ever looked into the silver prices, it's literally been held down and suppressed for, oh God, like decades, right? Decades. They reckon it's the most undervalued, you know, sort of resource we have. So it's interesting, right? Like this whole gold thing that they've got everyone, you know, running after. Maybe silver is actually more valuable, right? But they're just keeping the price down, so you know like these people who want to rule us, so they can get access to it and buy it all up. And we're all running around getting gold, and they're like, ha 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 ha! It's really silver.
It's super interesting. Yeah, I think you're onto something there, Cambell. Yeah, I thought that. This lady's like doing the robot. She's got robot clothes on, but they got complete lace face cover. So I'm thinking along the lines of, you know, robot or even protection.
Yeah, we've got Baraka from the Vedas, who was he was a robot.
Right.
And they've still got his head. His head still exists, and it's a robot head that someone dug up, found in a box, and they dug it up, and it's in some museum. But he was a literal robot, right? He was the one who said that he would always fight for the losing side in a battle. And so someone said, well, if you do that and you're the greatest warrior, won't you soon be on the winning side and the other side will be losing? And he's like, yeah. And they're like, so what would you do? And he's like, oh, change sides. And then they extrapolated on that and got him to realize that he would actually just end up killing everyone. And so he ended up shutting himself down as a robot, basically killed himself, right? Like took himself offline. That's the story. And then they actually found a head, a robotic head. So that could literally be based on robots, you know?
Fucking hell. And the Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita, yeah, it's called Baraka. Yeah.
Baraka. Interesting. I know they had like holographic armies, you know, that were presented to Arjuna. He's seen all like armies, and when his army attacked them, they run straight through them. So like holographic projections in there as well. And they got super weapons like
that's interesting, right? Because we've got references to like ghost armies,
bro. Yeah,
armies of the dead and all this kind of thing, right?
Yeah. What about the King's Own? There's the narrative in the First World War. There's movies made about it actually, where the King's Own from Sandringham Palace were called into the First World War into Gallipoli to support the Anzacs. And they went over the top in a cavalry charge, and they went into a mist. And then nobody came back, and they sent message to the Turkish lines, and the Turkish guy said no, they never turned up. There was no attack, so they just fucking disappeared. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. King's Own disappeared, the whole force of the face of the earth. And then when you go to the First World War, memorials, they just got when I was going through They had like just fucking lines of just Williamses alone, Welsh boys. I'm like, and all of these were missing in action, never seen again, bro. Never seen again.
Wow.
Yeah, like just taken
I
out
mean,
reality.
well, I mean, that's the thing about war, right? War is the perfect place to steal people.
Fuck yeah.
Right? Yeah. They died. Sorry.
They say, oh, they're in the mud, blown up and that, but it's too many of them. So look, these got antenna tech on.
Antler people.
Antler people. Definitely know about antlers being some sort of antennas. I don't know what to make of this.
So someone said before too, like when we get, you know, scared or we get like information from the ether, all our hair on our arms stands up, right?
Yeah. I've had it a lot today. I've had it a few times today. I've had goose pimples today. All the hair's just standing on end. What I've been thinking about. All this groovy stuff. Yeah, so people used to wear their wares. You know, when they say
wear their
wares. Yeah.
Nice.
So he's a peanut seller wearing his wares. That's why they're called wares. Yeah, no, it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense, right? Wear and wear.
Makes sense. Fuck yeah. You're not going to lose your stock either.
I'm wearing them.
Check this guy. If he's not Odin, I don't know who he is.
Yeah, he looks like Odin, right? Missing the eye.
Got the ravens, the one eye. He's obviously modelled on road, but he's got this like 18 fucking foot long beard. And you find a lot of the Victorian gentlemen had these super long beards. This one, yeah. So, you know, you never see this in the modern day, do you ever? So I'm thinking this is definitely, you know, this along the lines of antenna and accessing more information. Animals got them. People should have them. Look at that fucking size on that. Oh, he's got a lovely beard. Look at that one.
Whoa. I got beard and beard.
Yeah, it's crazy shit, isn't it? And this, yeah, really common in the sea period was people just growing their hair and their beards this long. But it's got to be a tech.
Well, I mean, and back to the army, right? Like with the army, like they literally that they admit that when they get you in there, right, as a new recruit, they break you down. They break you down to nothing and rebuild you in their image, and they will admit that. And what's the first thing they do when you get in there? They shave all your hair off.
Yeah.
Cut your connection to the wall, man.
Concentration camps, they did the same. Prisons, that sort of thing. Yeah. So
shave the head, man.
Let me just I got a couple of funny shirts to just show. Let's see if there's anything. This is weird. The Beatles are back. Visit their home. And they've got loads of pictures of the Beatles in gym jams together, all sharing the same bed. Isn't that a curious thing? Well, that's what it says. Meeting Ringo's mum. George, folks. Paul's forgotten love. John's favourite aunt. And they all share the bed together. New fab photos. Isn't that weird?
That's
I know.
Weird.
Yeah. There's the shit sense experiment by Fanny Camilla. So, yeah. What? That's a real thing. I hate my job. Oh, please. Yeah. Never moan. Never moan. It's always worse off than you.
There's always something worse off.
See what they got? Bat brain chowder.
I'm bugging out.
Bat brain soup. Yeah, they got little bat brains in soup. I bet that makes you brainy. And wet fart hot sauce. Basically, you eat it, it gives you wet fart. So I'd avoid that at all costs. So it's not meep anymore. It's more meat. So that's sorted.
I guess they call it.
Yeah, there's a town in Germany called Fucking. I would like to go there. It's in Germany. It's actually called Fucking. So they do a beer called Fucking Hell. Yeah, no, there's a town called Fucking in Germany.
Fucking. Where are you? I'm fucking here.
Yeah.
I fucking made
so this is an idea for women. Yeah, so they can stand up and have a piss. Now, I'm going to ask you, ladies, do any of you actually want to stand up to have a pee? Fuck no. Why are you going to stand up? You now sit down. Makes no sense.
Why? And I've heard they don't work that well. I've heard that when you try them, you may get some of it running down your legs. So, you know.
Yeah, you'd have all of your own splashes on your feet and stuff. Like you've missed the pan, you know, in the middle of the night. But no, I've never done that. How to survive in a strange world after sliding into an alternative timeline.
I need that book. I need that.
This is a useful guide, Cambell. It might explain a lot of the weirdness. So this is where Flat Earth makes you go. Okay, you go all like that. It's the MK Ultra involved in it. And I'm at this stance now when I instinctively know it's not a globe and they're faking space, and the weirdness of Antarctica and Arctic treaties and all the rest of it stinks. But what it is, I couldn't possibly say a realm. That's what people need, Cambell. Man-up pills. Ideal for man flu. Yeah.
Man flu. What the hell is man flu?
Just being a wanker.
Yeah. I don't want to go to work. I've got man flu.
Well, they do. That's what it is. I don't want to go work. I've just literally forced yourself to have a snotty nose and shit so you don't have to go to work.
Exactly, man. I think Cheryl said it before, man. Placebo effect. It is. Again, if we don't manifest anything, then what is the placebo effect and the nocebo effect? I mean,
exactly. Thank you for that, Cheryl. That's a good point. That is.
Anyway, we create it all and we can fix it all.
There you are. So we got some more pictures as well. That maybe
Tiger Turtle's going to have a Guinness for us. You'll enjoy that, Martin.
Oh, I got a Guinness in the fridge, but I'm not really in the mood for alcohol at all at the moment. I don't drink much, and I'm not on my own anyway. Fuck that. So I'm absolutely fine. Thank you, lovely Tony. We love you. I'll see you soon. So we just look at some Antiquitech things. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it could be just decorative. So what they've done in Britain, and I noticed they've done it in America too, is public art. Now, all the public art in Britain is vile and makes no fucking sense. It's really, really stupid. So why do they do that? Why don't they have good public art? Yeah, they just have stupid shapes and shit.
Well, I think it's called money laundering, isn't it?
Yeah, somebody actually said that they think that there was explosives planted in them to blow up the centres of every city. Like, ooh, that's a bit negative. 1953, the gateway to the east in the Philippines. Isn't that an interesting little gateway?
Wow.
Yeah, check that on top. It's like a banana.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Very much. It'd be interesting to see what the ground layout is around it. Because I went to the St. Louis Arch, and that's called the Silver Gateway, and it's basically the grounds around it. It's a woman's reproductive system. It's got like the uterus and the ovaries and the birth canal, and then literally, and like the arch is where we're supposed to come into this reality, and the birth canal bit of it literally leads straight to a courthouse.
Fuck off. Yeah. Right. I see what they've done there.
Yeah.
All right, that might be interesting. Some of them buildings in Astana, in Uzbekistan, it's like the new HQ for the Illuminati.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Uzbekistan, yeah.
Astana, crazy architecture there. I covered it years ago. So I found this another interpretation for Ezekiel's wheels. I've seen them coming out of the water. I've seen them coming out of the sky. But this one is holding like a levitating city with a guy on top. Now, it definitely looks like levitating stuff, doesn't it?
And big. You can see there's a little city and some mountains in the foreground there. So it's...
Oh, yeah, it's big. Yeah.
It's massive, whatever it is.
Yeah. So... Yeah. Really interesting, whatever Ezekiel's visions were, or, if there's a reality to it. It's probably just something to do with taking psychedelics and say what you've seen. It's probably what it all is.
Yeah, well, I think there's also ties to astrology as far as the four, and I'm not good with astrology, is it the four arcane signs or the four, because you know how he sees the head of a lion, which is Leo, like, what is it, an eagle,
no,
there's four anyway. I think they're like the cardinal points or something like that. But anyway, there's a tie to astrology somewhere there.
Okay.
I need to know.
But also there's four of them, and they're four angels, like I covered, the four angels. And
the
then
four
there's
angels,
yeah,
exactly.
Like an inertia plane.
that's everywhere, as far as, you know, the 4 points and the bit in the middle, which is could be the realm, right? The tree of life,
Well, that's what I
or
was just
whatever,
thinking.
and the 4 angles. So, but you see that replicated on the top of pretty much every single old world building.
Yeah, 100%.
And most of them have got domes in them as well, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
and it's yeah, I think this one's probably photoshopped. But,
yeah, it does look a bit. Even the top of that
but it's just a good example of, I think, of what might have been happening. But you know, still fucking. So floating cities. Here's another this interpretation.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Kelly looks into these. She likes.
Yeah, man. We looked into it when we were looking into no toilets in Tartaria. You know, were they an airbound civilization? Yeah. Which is interesting. You know, these cities and star forts, were they just like where they go to restock and recharge and stuff like that with their airships? Who knows?
Oh, I like that. That's really good. So yeah, have you ever tried to catch a chicken?
Ah, that one looks like a bit of a cock, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, he's a brave knight. I was too brave to spare the women and children. Sort of knight. Like, have you read this? Have you read this?
The Demian, no.
Damien, the masterpiece by Herman Hesse. Now, I read this when I was a teenager in the Merchant Navy first. You know, it's got like a bit of a shout of Timothy Leary. So I turned it on to Cheryl. She read it on the plane. It is about what we're talking about, and it is this technology. This guy was in the trenches of First World War, and it was his attitude and it was his perspective that kept him the fuck alive. It is just such an amazing story. This book here, like we mentioned, Atlas Shrugged, they're just the most memorable books and life-changing books, and this is definitely one of them. Herman Hesse.
So, nothing to do with like Damien from, what was that?
The Omen. No, absolutely zero to do with anything like demonic. So repurposed buildings. This castle thing has definitely had a roof put on top. That is not the original.
Yeah, look at that, man.
Everything's just shit outside Cambell. You know, a bit of rubble and everything. Pile of stones here. That's in Germany. But you can see that building behind it looks a bit blown up as well. So it's difficult to say. There's all sorts of battles going on. Have you ever seen these cranes they used in Holland in the past? Is anybody there?
Sorry, I'm just coughing. No, man, never seen that.
Yeah,
it's very big wheels.
Coincidentally, I've got a picture on the wall by Bruegel of the Tower of Babel, and it has exactly the same crane on the side of it as that. Exactly.
Oh, wow.
So Bruegel was probably just showing painting what he'd seen in Holland, because this is in The Hague. This one. So,
well, they needed tech like that to build all these buildings, right? They needed something.
Yeah, look at these. How fucking beautiful they are. The old world. Oh God. So robbed, and a lot of these photographs I feel a bit dodgy as well. It's like, this is Cologne Cathedral. So what I noticed with these is these 1, 2, 3 blokes there. How the fuck did they get up there? There's nothing below them.
Yeah, no, right. Good point. Yeah. And I mean, you can almost see on the bottom of that bit. See on the left side that black sort of on the edge.
Yeah. Oh right, yeah, it's like a lip going underneath, isn't it?
That shouldn't be there.
Oh
really.
Yeah.
I mean, if the sun's coming from here, there's something that doesn't look right. But I mean, that whole bit looks like it's just been put on, doesn't it? It looks like it's just been photoshopped on.
Oh, it does. No, now you've brought that to my attention. I never noticed that, Cambell. Yeah. So yeah, and then you know when you get them pictures of people sitting on raw time,
the big beam up in the sky. Yeah.
Man, they gotta be fucking photoshopped. I always thought it was fucking stupid. You know, they're just gonna die. You're not gonna go out and risk your life when you're having your lunch. Makes no fucking sense.
No, I mean, you know, there's, you know, bravery, and then there's stupidity, right?
Yeah, that's just stupid. You drop your sandwich and you go after it, you know, you're gonna fucking. More examples of Antiquitech, but that looks repurposed as well. Like it's just been put on top of there. But I look outside again, pile of rubble again, and nothing going on. Just like a
dirt roads.
Yeah, dirt roads.
Building by the looks of it.
Yeah, you got this thing going on, whatever the fuck that is. And then they're removing of knobbly bits. So knobbly bits got to attract the ether tech somehow. And you can see this palace here. What is it? I think it's Cambell, whatever that is. And here it is in the Victorian era, all the knobbly bits. And in the modern day, all been removed.
Oh, God.
All of them. All the tech has been taken away since 1875. All knobbly bits gone. And I just, as you know, they get, this is Mexico
that
again.
One's a good one. Yeah, man, that's a great one.
I'd say this was an antenna.
Yeah.
Antenna. I think that's an antenna on top, isn't it? Look at all that going on.
Yeah. But it looks like before it was hit, it would have looked like an obelisk. So is that what's inside every obelisk? Are they literal antennas?
Yeah, I was thinking that, because they could well be like, you know, not saying 5G towers, but I'm saying like.
I was just going to say they could link to each other and make like a grid net. Yeah, like almost like what they do with 5G. Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? So
makes more sense than the fact that people would just randomly build them, right? Like for no reason.
Yeah, just like folly. Yeah, no, it makes no fucking sense. No. So look at this fucking thing. The Nickelodeon, this was called in America. And it was in its heyday, and that's all that's left there now.
What?
Yeah. The Nickelodeon.
And see, that would have had to have been taken down, right? Because there's no way that would sort of fall apart, but just leave the whole front facade perfect. Like they've taken the rest of that building off. It hasn't crumbled.
Well, I'm confused at the image. Oh, there's trees and park when, you know, in this picture.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Where is it? It looked like it used to be in a city, and now it looks like it's in the countryside.
Yeah, but that door is there. That's not the same as that, though.
4 columns. Oh, that's square, yeah, and that's round.
Yeah. No, I don't think it is the same one.
It might be different. Yeah, it could be a different building.
Yeah, because look at this top bit. Yeah,
that bit's different on the outside.
Yeah, it's not the same fucking thing.
But it shows you that, you know, all these buildings we see, they're built off templates, right? Like there's only 4 or 5 different designs, and to me, they're just different functions. They're different functions for the machine.
Yeah, sure. Circuit board city function, I would say.
Yeah, man.
And these things too, the bunko booths, you know. All over for brass fucking bands in Victorian era.
Man.
Yeah.
These dudes with the straw hats.
There's a room under this one, but they are beautiful and they are literally tech.
So do you reckon they're for magnetrons?
I'm thinking along the lines of you could sit underneath one and probably charge your phone or something, or maybe invigorate yourself. Yeah. You know, like wireless tech, or invigorate yourself like organ technology. If you ever stood under an orgonite pyramid, fantastic afterwards. So maybe along them lines too, for regenerative purposes. You know, just sit there in the park.
Of one, and it shows like an Archimedes screw going down underneath it into the water. Yes. So some kind of pumping station. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're definitely an anomaly, the old bunko booth. Check this, antenna maintenance.
What?
Yeah, in Paris, you see the...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that is a bit of craziness going on right there. But again, they could have just added that, like pencil in the background, to give you the interpretation of that being in Paris, because it just seems too convenient that it's there in the corner.
It's just there. Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? It's like, I just don't trust in that.
It's like all the photos and stuff, right? All they have to do is write a date in the corner, and suddenly everyone thinks that's the real date, but we don't know that's the real date. Or they write, you know, taken by this person. We don't know, you know.
No, I don't believe that. So Moonlight Towers, they're saying in the narrative that they got rid of them all because of light pollution. So what? The street lights today have got no fucking light pollution. It makes no sense. So, you know, a lot of American cities, Seattle, Portland, they had these large towers with halogen lamps on the top, and it would illuminate the entire center of the city. And then they got rid of them all. Makes no fucking sense. All of them.
Man, they love their word pollution, don't they? They do so much for us. They get rid of all this pollution, light pollution, freedom pollution.
In one of the narratives of concerning, you know, what I've been looking into this week and this technology, there was one narrative that they tried to stem the flow of awakenings, and it's happened before, during, like, do you know how the Renaissance ended? So there's a period when art and creativity, apparently 1500s, is off the radar. Everyone's just got super creative all of a sudden. What if you look into what ended the Renaissance period? They say plagues. Plagues ended the Renaissance. So people are waking up, again, really fucking creative. All of this unbelievable stuff's happening, and then they just put a stop to it with plagues. So it's almost as if they use these things, these tools, to stop the awakening process, you know, the enlightenment. They've done it before.
Yeah, man. And if you look into plagues, you know, they love to tell us it's, you know, the fleas on rats or something. But if you look into them, there's reports everywhere of those funny, you know, those funny bird beak masks. Dudes wearing those, running around poisoning all the wells. And then there's reports of airships dropping like dead bodies and animals rotting carcasses and stuff around. And it was all manufactured, man.
I've seen
right, germ theories, bunk, man.
Yeah, man. Then ones with the noses, I've seen old, you know, documents with pictures of them just doing that, like spraying shit outside villages and stuff. So make people, the droogies, they're really sinister looking as well for the Middle Ages, aren't they?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Giants, yay, they're so lovely. And I think some of these buildings might have been built for giants, you know, seem too big for the likes of us.
Yeah, man, there's a lot. I mean, we've got skeletons as well, and, you know, like we've got bloody crowns and armor and guitars and weapons and
books.
So much giant stuff. Books, definitely books. Even the artwork. You know, a lot of the palaces, you look at the artwork and the pictures, they're like 10 foot tall.
So, you know, this book is a French book. They got giants, okay? Note what he's wearing.
He's got that bug. Yeah, that bug thing again.
Same with the same.
those ladies.
Pleated thing, same as the ladies. It's not interesting. It's a technology, bro. Something we don't know about. Yeah, all of it is. So yeah, animals got antennas. You know, you got like, you know, the F ethers. It's no coincidence that the word feather is F ether.
Ether.
F ether is the word feather. So it tells you the feathers interact with ether, which is why you've got like chiefs of Indian tribes. They have like separate headdresses for like different ceremonies, like for a wedding or a birth or a fucking shamanic ceremony. They have different headdresses because they interact with the ether differently. The F ethers, and animals got exactly the same. So I don't think that's antennas, but crabs have got antennas.
Gee, man, that alligator's got crabs.
That'll fucking teach him. So, you ever seen anything like that?
No, man, that's like, geez, what is that?
It's just the way that the clouds have gathered. So it shows you that there's some organite energy coming up from the mountains. Now, me and Cheryl witnessed the Rockies when we went on that fucking trip to Colorado. They were producing their own rain and weather. We watched it happen. So, but this thing is, that's just incredible.
That's cool. Well, I mean, is that a mountain, right? Because
it looks like Mount Fuji.
Dr. Sam's done research on the Bosnian pyramid, and there's definitely organite energy and a big beam coming out the top of it. So you can imagine with all that energy and the spirals and stuff, it would create something like
that. And it's pyramid-like, and it's layered as well.
Very pyramid-like, and it's missing the capstone. Interesting.
Yeah, isn't that? So, you know, nature again, you know, all of technology is just, it's repeated in nature. I do not sure about what this volcano's doing, but
It is like a
it's just got like a
Taurus.
smoke ring,
Oh, so that's
but
the top of a mountain. Okay, I gotcha.
yeah. But another phenomena we don't understand. Look at the beautiful seahorse, man.
Yeah, man, the only animal where the male raises the children, right?
Is
Well,
that so?
The female lays the eggs, but then the male gets them and puts them in like a little pouch type thing and raises them until they get born.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
They're dead cute as well. I was watching like sort of an aquatic thing on YouTube earlier, just undersea fish, just like screensaver. And it just occurred to me the amount of color underneath the ocean, underneath on the seabed, the fish, everything is just full of color like that. You know, so that's obviously coded in because we're never going to really perceive that, no walk around underneath. So it's not there for us. So,
No, that's not right.
So yeah, jet engines, that's a definite fucking scam. But look at these things, these voltmeter, these vaulted things in the Indian temples. They definitely look along the lines of jet engines. Not saying that they would have been, but they definitely look along
some kind of engine. Yeah, it doesn't mean it has to be on a plane. Some kind of engine, but I mean the whole plane thing, man.
Yeah.
Then you were showing it with all the planes I went on recently. I'm just like, this is just all crap.
100% bro, they are making a killing on that. So look at all these towers of Babel. What if the towers of Babel went down like that?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, what's underground, right? We just don't know.
Look what Jason says about all the real estate that's below us, and he's fucking right, because, you know, we don't know what's below us. We have not
10 times as many people down there. Exactly.
Yeah. So here's Karnak, and it shows you it's all covered in shit and mud in the 1800s. In 2012, they dug it all out. These things that just end up Disneyland anyway.
Yeah. Well, they move them around, you know. They don't put them back as they found them.
So dirigibles, air balloons, we covered that, and these things as well, these water features. You know, this is an advanced water technology. Look at all the knobbly bits, and you know, these people were onto it, man, with the fucking water in the past. So thank you for indulging me.
Yeah, man, structured on water. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Structuring water. Thank you for indulging me, Campbell. And thank you for listening to me.
No, thank you for asking me on.
And
hello, everyone in chat. Oh, Hippie. Oh, Sonia, how you going?
Right, let's have a little look. We haven't seen. Is there any questions for Epic Campbell? So there's Dale in the house. What's he saying? None of it is real. Well, actually, yeah, you're probably right. There's no actually exterior world. Cheryl, Cheryl, she's thanking you. Love you, Cheryl. She's thanking you, Cam. Gus Jones, very nice. I hope you enjoyed the show today, guys. Make sure to share this out. Get in the links below. Subscribe to Campbell if you're not aware of him, and most of you probably are. And hit
the like button and all that.
So yeah, I changed the name of my Celtic Tartarian channel this week to the Martin Leidtke Tartarian channel, because it occurred to me that if you search Martin Leidtke, it'll just come up. So like, you know, it's 1,100 videos there, Campbell, 33,000 subs, just fucking sitting there doing sweet fuck all. I'm on there live now at the moment, but I mean, I
know I haven't posted on my other channels for months, so I need to get back. I need to streamline my time and be more productive, which is another thing. You know, when you actually start working on what you want to do, you know, and you're going in a direction that's exciting and that you're into, you get so much more done in less time, and you actually end up with more free time, more time to do what you want, but you achieve so much more. You know, it's like, you know what it's like when you don't have a goal. You can sit around in front of a computer like you're going to make that video, right? And 8 hours later, you're still just scrolling through crap and you've done nothing. But if you've got a goal, man, you're like, I'm going to America. I need this. You're doing it. You're going to achieve so much more. and you want to do it. You know, you're going to achieve a lot more than your boss who says, hey, you're doing overtime today, buddy, because I said so. Like, you're going to sit there and waste those 2 hours doing as little as you can, man. So, yeah, it's just live life, guys. Enjoy it. That's why you're here. Yeah. I mean, that's why I believe you're here. And the thing is, people who believe that, who believe it's here to, you know, to be enjoyed and to have fun, guess what? They're the ones who enjoy it and have fun. Right? The ones who are saying it's all crap, and I can't do anything, oh my God, they. They're the ones who don't have fun.
Much love to you, Sonia. Sonia's Testament there, Cambell.
Hey, Son, haven't spoken to Sonia in a while. Go check out her channel.
Yeah, she bangs them out now and again, don't she?
Yeah, man.
We love that stuff. So, yeah, thank you, everybody.
How you going, Brian? Was that you? Did you do a show with Brian recently on the Mandela? Was that?
Oh, yeah. I didn't get a word in edgeways.
Jeez, Brian. We're going to have to do like a shield show on you now.
Yeah, they went on that.
Jeez, he's taken over your channel.
They're fine. Absolutely fine. They went on a mad Mandela effect fucking thing. So I just let them carry on. It was easy Saturday night for me. So I didn't mind. So, yeah.
So, what is it? Dose of Reality, right? So we go check his channel.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff on the Mandela effect.
Yeah. How is your dome house going?
Good, man. I'm in it. There it is. There's my roof, my windows, my mess. Yeah, it's like 6 meters across. Wow. So it's like, it's not huge. It's like 36 square meters, I guess. And just got the wood yesterday, or some of the wood, like the flooring for the platform one. So we're building a platform, and it's going like 2.5 meters off the ground, man. I'm going to be living up in the trees. Yeah. And I've got a yurt, so my yurt's getting put up there, and I'm going to have a bedroom, and then this dome will be my little living room, kitchen. So it's all happening, man. Building a bathroom this week.
You still going to Bosnia?
Still going to Bosnia, man.
I just want to say, next month, guys, I'm doing a talk, a convention type of thing, in Bournemouth, the annual, the monthly Flat Earth meetup that Ian Leahy arranges. I went to one 2 months ago or 3 months ago, a few months back, with allegedly Dave. Well, I'm doing a presentation. Yeah. They had Mark Devlin on. They had them all. They all go there. So I've been there before. So I'm going to be there, and that'll be on the end of January. Okay. So I'll keep an eye on it, and there'll be posters and stuff along the way. So I'm doing that.
And allegedly Dave too, another great channel. He put out a video a couple of days ago on the structure of reality. That was really good.
Yes, I know. So I'm doing a hangout soon. I think it's on the 15th or something or other. Anyway, with Christopher. I think Jason's going to be on it. They've asked him. And they asked me to ask, would I ask Dave Murphy? Allegedly Dave, which I have done because they wanted him on it. Because, he's starting to talk about simulation as well. And, a lot of interesting topics. So, yeah, get him on board.
Tell them I'm offended too, by the way. Didn't ask for me. God, poor little me.
No, he didn't. He didn't actually. I'll fucking prompt him.
So you're going to have to tell him, like, Cambell's so offended he's quitting YouTube now, and he's realised it's a prison planet, and he's going to go cry in the corner.
Yeah, because of BooTube. Boo.
Yeah. Because other people, man, not acknowledging me.
Not all YouTube is wank, guys. Me and Cambell have just proved that. I mentioned that to you.
We hope.
Yeah. There's always a way you can go and be happy and chill out, yeah? Get in a flow state.
Just as a side note, just keep in mind that, if you're going and watching these channels and these videos that are basically all based on trying to call other people out and it's everyone else's fault, everyone's a shield, everyone's doing this to me, you're giving them energy, you're putting your energy into it. Even if you're like watching it like, because, it might be interesting or it could be funny, you're supporting that energy, that frequency. So
You're
just,
right,
you know, be careful, right? You know, and by the way, like that, if you watch a, you know, a video for an hour that's not, you know, that's negative, you haven't just wasted that hour. You've wasted 2 hours because you've also wasted the hour that you could have put in to something positive. So it's a double loss.
Yeah, I started to feel upset, you know, so I was like, oh, fucking hell, I'm getting like actually, you know, emotionally involved with, you know, all of this shit that's been going on. But what was upsetting me was, you know, you think the people are into the truth because they're into the truth, and how quickly people flop and jump into attacking fucking people. One day they're loving on them, the next day they're fucking just saying really nasty shit, you know. I find that in the truther community something that should be fucking watched, because that could be a lot of people just not really into fucking truth at all, just looking for trouble. Yeah, because that was astounding to me. I was fucking disgusted how fucking quickly people turn, and I've seen it all before. They'll turn like that, but why are they into fucking truth if they're thinking like that? If they're just willing to, got to watch out. But it's learning, you know, they've got the lessons to learn. It's not.
It's all ego, man. But you know, if people saw those videos and the titles and went, "Oh, that's one of those videos," and no one watched it, they would stop making those videos, guys. Because ultimately, in the end, they're doing it for views and likes.
Oh shit!
Like, really, like they want to be seen as everyone's listening to me and I'm getting views and likes. Yay me! I'm now better than the person I'm pointing the finger at, which of course they're not.
Yeah. And then there's always the element of jealousy that goes on with YouTube, isn't there? Like, why aren't I a fucking genius creative content maker? Because you just fucking ain't. We're really fucking sorry.
How come this person's got more bloody views than me? It's because they make better content. It's not because YouTube is attacking your channel with your 1,000 subscribers, and so they've picked on you to suppress you and to shadow ban you, and everyone else is being promoted. I mean, really? You really think that?
I think really,
people think this, man. They really, really believe that.
Look at Brian Stavely's in the chat now. He's had more channels fucking banned than anyone else on fucking YouTube. He doesn't give a fuck. He keeps on going. It doesn't bother him. He gets to the next thing. You don't let it bother him, you know?
It happens, man. I've lost channels, and, you know, I'm sure we all have, right? But I mean... this is the other thing. If your focus is, oh my God, it's whatever, like it's YouTube shadow banning me, which you hear all the time, right? Again, what are you doing with that energy? You're the one suppressing your views. At that point, it's not YouTube, it's you. You're putting the energy in saying, I can't get views because I'm being shadow banned.
Yeah.
Like, let it go and look into a mirror and get real and go, I'm not getting views because my content is not good enough. Not enough people want to watch it. It's not being shared enough. I need to make better content. That's your only answer. Like all this blame, you know, we got taught, right, in primary school. You point the finger, there's three pointing back at you, guys.
And this place is a mirror, and everything you put out there comes right back at you. So you got to be fucking careful. So, you know, it's to their own. I don't do that fucking drama business, man. It's fucking...
No, man. It's Spider-Man, right? With great power comes great responsibility. So when you understand how powerful you are, you'll understand that you've got to be responsible for how you use that power.
Exactly. It's like when people bring up like racism. I'm like, well, you're racist for bringing it up, because racism isn't actually a thing until you say the word, and then it becomes a thing. You see that? It's like, why are you even thinking that that's the thing? It's the human race. It's all of us together.
Exactly.
It's fucking people. Weird how they think.
Yeah, until, you know, aliens land, like literally a different race comes here, then how can you be racist? We're all the same race. Like this whole thing that white and black are somehow a different race. What are you telling me that, like, what, a golden retriever and a German shepherd aren't both dogs?
I see people.
Come on. It's
weird.
But again, it's just people trying to make excuses, right? I can't because racism. It's just another excuse.
A weak ass, fucking stupid.
Weak ass, yeah, man. Yeah, it's low vibration. You know, easy way out. Well, they think it is, but it's not.
Retarded of all things is racism. That is just really fucking stupid.
Yeah, and yeah, they're so pushing it, right, as everyone's is, but I think the majority just don't give a crap. They're nowhere even near that, racist, but the system wants you to think that you are, and this is what they do. They get you to believe that everyone else is racist, and so then you're fine because it's not you, but you're also a victim. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Yeah. Well done then. Yeah, awesome, Campbell. You are awesome. You are.
Oh, thank you.
We
You're
thank
pretty
you
good
so
yourself, Mr. Martin Leidtke.
You're awesome on so many levels because I know you now, Campbell, and I've met you and I've spent a long time with you, man. And you're just like so true to yourself, brother. And you said a couple of things and I just fucking loved you for, man. When you just stood, and you said some things that I just like, yeah, that's why I fucking like this guy. He's fucking awesome. He thinks a lot like me, Campbell. You're just such a good person, really a good person.
Yeah, man, you do it home. And that's the thing, like, again, with all this, finger pointing and rah-rah and all, I didn't jump on any of those, thoughts things. What I did is I went and met some of these people so I could make my own decision.
Same year. I heard terrible stuff about people were going on about Jason before I went there. And I'm like, I'm fucking meeting him. Oh, exactly. My God. Oh, my God. What the fucking nicest guy you're ever going to meet in your life.
Seriously, man. So nice, so generous. He's just like a big Papa Bear, right? He just wants to look after everyone, make sure everyone's fine.
And then he's got a big
If someone went missing for half an hour, man. I remember a couple of times people disappeared. I think I was one of them. And Jason was like,
disappeared, and they had to
Jason was just going to this full mode of like, we've got to find this, and he'd be guided until he found where the person was and they were okay. He'd be on a mission, man. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, instead of judging, we went and met him and used our own real judgment. And yeah, he was fucking amazing. And Dawn, like, everyone, the whole crew were awesome.
People just like throw stones all the time, and I can't help thinking of the people that are the people actually got fucked up shit going on. Yeah. Because, it's just such a bad.
It's easier than looking at yourself, man. It's easier to say someone else is the problem than I'm the problem, because when you're the problem, you have to take responsibility for it and change. Much easier to sit on the couch, watch Netflix and go, it's everyone else's fault. It's a prison planet. Oh my God, poor little me.
I hear that a lot.
Everyone else is rich.
This place is hell.
It's hell.
It's not though. It's making it. You make that. Yeah.
It's what.
So yeah, there's a lot of lessons here. Thank you, Campbell. I think that I've taken aspects of all these different philosophies. I've gone through all the old Alan Watts, fucking Freud, you name it. I've gone through all. But the ones that stuck with me only really now I've reached this age and all what we went through in America, what we learned, have started making real sense. And then once I revised and went through it again, the whole Atlas Shrugged Objectivism idea, I knew that was the correct information because I was ready to accept it. But not the first time, 30 years ago when I read it. Now. And I knew that was it. And it showed me. And it's been like people say they have a religious happening. It's been life-changing to me, Campbell, because I was fucking beating myself up about all of these bullshit things. Like Cheryl pointed out that YouTube was making me unhappy. YouTube was hurting my feelings and making me fucking ill. Now I see it for what it is. Yeah, it's just it's an entertainment format. And I put myself on the spot by showing everyone my face and letting everyone know my fucking business. That's my fault. Yeah. So now I see it differently. Now I see that I know what I'm doing. And I feel like you have a special place in this as you do yourself. And then we will bring the good information, the real information, and we will help as much as we can. Again, that's not like a collective ideal is to be able to help. That's because I feel that these guys are worthy, because they're here and they show that they want to know the truth and they want to be good people. So, I think that they are worthy, all of these people.
Oh, great. And that's why I like YouTube is, even though we might rant a bit, you know, people don't. It's not us saying you have to do this and you have to believe us. And but anyone from the realm can find our videos and have a watch and just go, oh, interesting. It's just information, guys. That's all it is. So that's why I like it. Is we're not pushing anything, and it's access to everyone. If they want to find it, they'll find it, and they can watch it and make up their own minds, right? They can go, my God, these people are lunatics. The world's a prison. Can't they see that? Or they can go, wow, awesome, new thought. How cool.
Yeah, man. You got to think how you want to be, and you know, for me, I'm getting older, and I think like how I want to be, and I'm so fucking happy and lucky that I've arrived here right now at this, you know, the now, because like I feel really like I'm prepared. I feel like that I'm getting it right, and I feel that I'm, you know, that I'm on the right road. I'm on the right road. Yeah, Cambell. And now for you. I was barriers before and all that, and it's like, you know, when you're doing the right thing and you're on the right road, because the universe just fucking, you know, you just know.
Yeah, man. Feels good. Things become easy.
Yeah. I got love. I got friends, and they're the real wealth in this place, is to have good friends and love in this place. Fuck the rest.
Yeah, man. Indeed, and it's almost 2024, guys. So what are you going to do? What changes are you going to make? Because I know I've spent a lot of time thinking, and I've definitely got some big plans for 2024, man. It's all going to happen, man.
Go, Cambell, go.
I'm going to be traveling another bloody, I don't know, probably 10 countries on my list I'll cross off. And, you know, and this is the thing, like, it's just a decision. So anyone in watching this, whenever you're watching this, you can do that too. You can just decide that you're going to do something and just work towards that. And once you work towards it with the plan, it's already done. If it's already done, how could it not happen, right? Of course, hello. If with that attitude, man, you can do whatever you want.
Anything.
Trust yourself. Yeah.
And don't set you, and just don't limit yourself either. Think big. Believe you me, even that's possible. Yeah, I think the biggest you can in this place.
Well, it takes the same amount of, you know, energy, right, to be homeless on the street as it does to be living, you know, in a beach house that you love. It's really the same amount of energy you're putting out. It's just where you're directing it.
That's so true. I thought of it like that, but yeah, it is. It's the same energy. You know, you know, like you say, mistakes. You know, we've all got our roles, they say, to play in this place, don't they? And I've been like, you know, fucking like carnage, bouncing like in a pinball machine for most of my life, not being able to see correctly where I was doing. Like, you know, what the fuck am I? You know, there's something going on with me. And now it all makes sense all of a sudden for some reason. Just all fell into place just recently, last week or two. So I'm over myself. Indeed. And now I can get on with things. Yeah, now I can get on with things properly.
Man, it's the biggest thing, man. Get over yourself. Yeah. Believe in yourself. Why not you? If someone else can do it, why not you?
Get well in your mind, do the inner work, see that all is mind anyway, and that you are projecting the reality you are seeing. And it's all about perspective, guys. Once you've got that positive attitude, once you can just set your intent solidly, like, no, smack it on the table, I fucking will do that. Yeah, cast iron belief will make it happen. But you won't even have to think about it, because you just go beyond that point, because you know that's going to be there, and get on to the next thing, the next thing, and the next thing. You don't have to focus on it again. Oh, I want that. I need that to do this. And then just move on, and it'll be there. Let that bloom go, and it will be there. It will happen. It's magic, and that's how this place works. And they don't want you to know that you have all the power. Yeah, they hijack consciousness with negativity and bullshit, guys, and fake paradigms about who we are, what we are. But we're onto them, and we're onto it. The info and juice. So really happy for everyone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Time to take off and build the world you want, guys.
Yeah. So We have 376 watching in my Matt League channel. I'm not sure about in my other channels. I'm going to give a few of you shouts. And I'm going to let Campbell get on with his morning because it's early in the morning there. And I've dragged him, you know, up early. And he didn't know he was going live. I hit that up on him. He's like, oh, fuck me, I'm going live. And he just got up. So I do apologise, Campbell.
All right.
And I went live. Yeah, Jason was live at the same time. But we talked about this days ago. I didn't do it intentionally. And also there was other people live as well. It doesn't matter anyway. Fucking YouTube is huge. Right. Sure, everyone's good.
Stevie Shampoo, how you doing? Good to see you.
Hi, Rainier. Over Billy, my brother. Spanking us.
Out of this world.
And programmer. What passed the ice wall? Well, all we can do is speculate. There's definitely something going on in Antarctica, but you know, I'm into the, you know, I like to think that more land, and it's all about more land. You know, they propose a map, but I think that there's more land because of all the oversized continents displacing so much water. I think there's more land. But what's there, I couldn't possibly imagine. Maybe it's just all unrendered. Maybe just like in the 13th floor, you get
13th floor, that's what I was thinking of, yeah.
It's all glitching out and shit, yeah? That's what they go to look at. Oh,
that's why we can't go to Antarctica, man. You can see all the binary code.
Exactly that. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe just unrendered. Thank you, JJ, my bro. Thank you for your positivity. I watch. I see y'all. You're awesome. Well done, you. I like people who enjoy.
Wide Awake in Wales. Someone from your neck of the woods.
Where's that? I had somebody, Flat Thumbs, Marty Flat Thumbs. I don't know who it is.
Looking forward to meeting you someday, Martin. There you
go. Sorry, I didn't see that. Where was that coming from?
Wide Awake in Wales.
Oh, well, Buddha back in. Much love to you in Wales land. Maybe you can come into my Flat Earth British Bash next Saturday. That'd be nice. We'll have fun.
Yeah, she is. So, yeah, guys, link below. Go get your tickets. Yeah. Hang out with your tribe.
Yeah, there's you know, there'll be a fair amount there. It's a lovely little venue as well. We'll have like a cozy, and let's get all fucking clever together, buzz, and then celebrate how clever we all are by dancing. So I got a playlist. Definitely want connected stereo MCs. That's truthy as fuck. You better make sure you're connected. The writing's on the wall. If your mind's connected. Stumble you might fall. I seen them supporting U2, and they were fucking better than U2. They were awesome.
Yeah, nice. But better than U2. U2 suck, man.
U2, they're just shit. Thank you,
a couple of okay songs. They just got good promotion, is what they got. A lot of good promotion.
Yeah, they got marketed really, really well. I seen where they went from a not bad punk band to when like the Joshua Tree come out and Hollywood, made them do the old one eye thing and got hold of their ass. Hollyweird, I mean. And then he ends up in the Pope. Then he ends up in the Pope's gang, man. He goes and meets the fucking Pope and the Dalai fucking Lama because he's in the same gang.
Now he's he's flying around the world in jets now, promoting bloody climate change, right? Global warming. No,
listen, they're just fucking bitches. Imagine being like compromising yourself and your creative instinct. Like, let me give you an example. Tom Petty, they tried to steal his shit, right? He took it to court for 10 years and he fought it and he won because they said like they put an invisible clause in his contract that says all of the rights to your music from now on are ours. He's like, fuck no. And he fought him and he won. But, there's a lot of people that actually don't get that, They
sell out for the money,
Exactly. And then once they're bitches, aren't they? They're the bitches for the man. They're not free at all because the man rings the phone. You've got to be somewhere. And then you've got to be there whether you like it or not. Fuck.
Yeah. That's why they give them so much stuff. They give them all the money in the houses and all this stuff because then they've got a lot to lose. So then they're completely controlled.
Well, yeah, fuck all that house business. You can't go anywhere. You're stuck there then, in your little fucking ivory tower. And you can't go into the normal world anyway because people are probably...
you can't go and meet normal people or anything. You like fully cut yourself off from society. So, yeah, man.
Oh, fucking, they can have it. They can have it, all of it. Good luck to them. It must be a soulless... They probably don't get a happy buzz or goose pimples or anything. They're probably just really unhappy. And that's why they all take drugs and are alcoholics and do gnarly shit, I should imagine.
Well, exactly. Look at their lifestyles, man. These people aren't happy there.
Yeah.
And I think there was even an interview with Matthew Perry. And that's a whole thing, that whole Friends thing. And he kind of said the same thing, you know, after he said he, you know, sold his bit to the devil. But he said he wanted to be famous. He wanted all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And he got it. And he said, and it was awesome for about 6 months. And then he said, then it was just crap. You know, the buzz only lasts so long. And then you realize you're chained to a job. You're chained to people who tell you stuff. You've got all these possessions that actually possess you and all this stuff. And all you've done is put yourself in a smaller box. It might be more gilded, but it's a smaller box.
I love that. Possessions possess you. That's so fucking true, isn't it?
Shit, yeah.
Yeah. You got to watch that. They do. It's best that I've been chucking stuff out all week and just been cleaning up through my flat and chucking shit tons of stuff away that I will never use and I never need. So, because I'm a bit of a hoarder of junk, I find that it just attracts dust. So I throw it out. It does. So I'm stopping that. Israel Adams, good to see you. Moonberg and Donna Marie, good to see you. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Cambell. We love you. Get over to sub to Leidtke and all the awesomeness that he brings to this place, which we are very grateful for. Colour of Week. Thank you, my brother. I can't wait to see you again. We hang out again and have a fucking brilliant time like we did in that car, man.
Yeah, man. Let's definitely do it. We'll do one on my channel in a couple of weeks, eh?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that'd be cool. Thanks. Yeah, I'd like that. All right, then we'll cut that off now in a minute, guys. Thank you for being here, and thank you for, I hope you enjoyed the information, and I hope you enjoyed yourself while you were here.
I did. I had
keep
fun.
that vibration high.
Yeah, man. And I'll see you in person again back in the United States of America next year sometime.
Fuck yeah, that's gonna happen. So that's definite. It's happening now. It's all in the motions.
It's all being created.
Yeah. We're making it happen, Cambell. We're making it happen. So, that was just the groundwork that with this year to see, if, the team, we were like working together every day, and, see how we get on when crises happened, which lots did. And we were like just fucking groovy with one another, and that's the type of people who want working together. So I think next year we'll just do like, you will reach more people in a better way.
Man. Keep your eyes peeled. There may be a tour, the Great American Tour.
That's going to happen. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, Western Mail. It's going to be ether popping magic, JJ. You fucking know it, my brother.
Yeah, man. Breakfast in America.
Oh, I played it today. See the girls in California, hoping it's gonna come true. Yeah, it did, cause there's nothing better to do. Yeah, I played it today. And I played Living in the USA, Steve Miller Band. Somebody buy me a cheeseburger.
And that was cool, cruising through Arizona in a bus, listening to Breakfast in America. That was awesome.
Wasn't it awesome? Fucking love that. And for the first time, it was like, and they're singing it, and it just fitted to everything we just.
Yeah, it was literally our experience. We were literally living the lyrics to that song as we heard it. It was great.
Yeah, I can see America. Yeah, so fucking cool. They was right on it, because like to me, what we're living in now is a fucking crime scene, isn't it? I'm doing like detective work to find out what the crime has happened, big time. With the way that they set up this culture. This collectivism was set up to fail. Okay. It cannot be sustainable. It will fucking fail. And the only way back is back to what we used to be. Small self-governing duchies, looking after our own sovereignty and ourselves. It has to go back to that. Because this is just going to be not going to work. That is not sustainable. And this ideal is freedom of mankind. It's the freedom to do what the fuck you want within a moral compass and above all be kind.
Yeah.
It's quite,
and just be aware they're gonna offer you all the VR world, right? They've spent all this time convincing you all that the outside world sucks and it's hell and it's a prison planet. So now that you hate it enough, they're gonna say, guess what? Come into our VR world. You can have whatever you want. You can be beautiful. You can have a good job. You can be rich. You just actually want to be you or have a life. But that's the next thing, you know. And this is, they know it's failing, so that's their last little bit. How many souls can we grab and control for eternity in a electric
just ask you about these, Bob, just before we pack up, right? Because you're on that conversation a minute, right? I basically been looking into data mines this week, okay? And the unbelievable amount of these mines that are full of black monoliths, by the way, all over New Mexico, all over America, and they are fucking huge. Now, so what do they do with all of that data? No, really, you know, so, you know, I'm not saying they're a quantum computer. I can't substantiate whether D wave's a real thing and they're doing computations in another fucking universe, because I can't prove quanta or fucking any of it is real, can I? So, but yeah, like with this data mining, you know, they got these huge fucking places here. Oh, excuse me. Where is it? So these huge places here all over America, and a lot of them are underground too, and they're just like full of these monoliths, and they're gathering data on people. And so what are they doing is they're powering it to an AI of some sort. To what ends?
Just to create a virtual world that people will accept.
So that is got to be to do with the metaverse, hasn't it? Because if they're collecting all of the data to interpret a reality, like what is the fucking texture of that carpet, what is the cloud, you know, to, you know, fake, you know, this virtual reality. Maybe they're doing aspects of everything, you know, the monolith, like in fucking Space Oddity, with the monkey touches the monolith and then gets all smart all of a sudden, and they're all like that. And huge, massive complexes of them all over the world. Look how many are in America, and that was in 2012.
Wow.
You know, it's got to be more going on with that. You know, I'm not actually, you know, up on what is going on with it, but you know, this sinister thing. Jason talked about it in Houston. You know, the people will have the surrogate lifestyle, like in the film Surrogates, and you know, virtual reality, thinking they're young, living like a rock star, whatever. They would pay for that, and then everyone would be doing that? Probably because the collective do what the collective do, don't they? They do everything else that they do.
It's the easy way out, man. Forget all your worries. You don't have to lose weight or exercise. Just get an avatar and pretend to be that. It's all easy. Don't have to do anything except be ruled.
They're definitely going to try that fucking shit. Well, they're going to go ahead with it anyway, as we know.
They are. But I mean, this is the thing, and everyone gets worried about it. But the thing is, they need our participation. Without us participating, it's nothing. Right? What is it?
Consent. Don't consent. You're just not consenting. You don't have to do anything.
Don't consent. Don't participate. You know, if it's triggering you, get out and do something physically to change it. But yeah, man, it's all a scam.
Yeah, so
their ultimate plan is they want to be gods. You know, whoever this entity consciousness is, it wants to be God, but it's not. So how does it become God? It builds a false world that it can be God of, and that's VR, the electricity, the electronic closed circuit. So you go in there, and you're gonna have a God for life, man. God for life.
The all-seeing eye.
The all-seeing eye, the Old Testament God who wants you to sacrifice your children and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of that sacrifice going on involved in the collective, I've noticed. You know, this, like, you know, you gotta, you know, be a do-gooder and like fuck around, you know, not help, you know, not actually helping people, you know. No,
you just gotta say the right things, man. Have the right flag hanging up.
They do that too. That's another thing.
Not offend people. It's yeah, man. It's
anyway, there are brilliant things in the world. Pants people, for example.
Yeah, man.
You know, that was good. Led Zeppelin, they were good. No, that Tool. So they were turning me on to Tool in America. Apparently, they've been out for years. That's fucking gnarly demonic shit, man. I don't want to hear that. What the fuck?
That's what I thought. I've never really listened to it, but I hear lots of people saying, "Oh, the lyrics," and I'm like, "Really?"
Oh no, that's so not me. Oh no, that's fucking shit. On Toast, I can't believe. Truthfully,
it's the frequency too, right? Of the music is a big part of it.
Oh yeah,
and most of that sort of heavy, that sort of genre of music is pretty low vibrational stuff normally.
Oh yeah, well, that's what it's designed to do. Yeah, but there is a buzz involved, but it's just not that one. Same like with gambling, isn't it? A gambler will get a buzz or a high just taking part, and he gets a buzz when he loses too. Although it's not a positive high, he's still being like really affected by it. So it's one way or the other. So it's a strange thing with gambling addiction. I've witnessed it before. It's like just.
Well, it's like children, right? That don't get attention, but they play up and be naughty, so they get attention of being told off. Like bad attention. It's better than none.
That's why they do it, isn't it? That's why they know it's just for attention, isn't it? And stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
it's just attention, man.
So a lot of people out there are just haven't really grown up and just being spoiled fucking brats.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're surrounded by, full-grown, adult-sized 5-year-olds, right? That they've got this kindergarten mentality. If you do something to annoy them, they'll take their toys and go, stomp off, and you can't play with my toys. And another thing that really gets me is this whole, well, I'm not friends with that person, and since you're friends with that person, then I can't be friends with you. I don't like that person, and you do, so you suck. It's like,
you got to show allegiance to me. You got to show allegiance to me. You're my friend.
Yeah, exactly, man. I tell you who you can be friends with.
I'm like Switzerland, fucking neutral. It's your business. Get on with it. Don't involve me in your bullshit.
You can hate whoever you want, but don't ask me to.
Yeah, no. Fucking drama. Yeah, I got it down. Just like when in doubt, say nout. Yeah, I'm finding less is more. Especially when it's getting to the truth, man. Like I said, it's been a long time getting, anything out of this truth thing, that is really tangible and usable and positive. And I think we're getting there, bro. I really do. I really do think we're getting there.
Yeah, mate. You got to skim through all the crap, right? There's so much crap out there. But as long as, like you say, you're sticking to what's important to you, then you'll get there. If you always listen to other people, you're going to be more confused than you started off within a year, because they'll be everyone points in different directions. The truth is here, no, it's there, no, it's there. And guess what? They're all right, because they're only talking about their truth. They don't know what your truth is. Only you know that.
So true. Thank you again. I knew you were the man to talk to about this. You said just exactly what I wanted to hear, Cambell. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody in chat. You're fucking awesome. Stay epic. Yeah, it's crazy times, epic times, little Bernie. Foo, and epic times. Make sure to live life to the full. Okay, keep coming back to our channels, and we'll help as much as we can along the way. Okay.
Awesome.
Stay away from negative content feeds like this, that, and the other, and the blame game. There's no point to it. Anything attracting yourself to that negative energy, you're just getting yourself further away from the prize. Yeah, and it's just going to be a longer time to get back there. So it's no point doing it. I'm assure you, and you won't learn nothing from it. Okay, or anything negative context, you will not learn anything from. Okay, so going on that. Thank you, Cambell. We love you. Much love to you, my brother. See you very, very soon. Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday night. And Monday to you, Cambell. Happy Monday.
It is. Yeah. Love you all. Stay awesome, because you are.
Thanks, Dave Waffle House. Seeing you there in chat, bro. Thanks, everybody. Nostatiki. Thank you, Shiva. Wiggly flat thumbs. I'm sweating on this beach, Cambell. I got to get off it.
It's quite warm, right? So
I'm going to run in there now for a dip.
All right. Cool, man.
Anyway, thanks, Cambell. Peace and love all. See you soon.
Love you, mate.
Remember, in the end, nobody wins unless everybody wins. Come on! Because